Let us see the next question. XYZ Limited is considering a project A with an initial investment of 14 lakhs of rupees. That is the amount of the investment that you have to make. And the possible three cash flows attached with the project is as follows. So the cash flows are provided to us in 1000 term. In worst case, what will be the cash flows that have been given? In most likely case, it has been given. And in best case, it has been given. Assuming that the discounting rate or the cost of capital is 9%. Determine NPV in, highlight the portion, each scenario. If XYZ Limited is certain about most likely result but uncertain about third year's cash flow, what will be NPV expecting worst scenario in the third year? That is the question. I request all of you to just go through the question, please. Now friends, understanding a new method of conducting sensitivity and a new method of analyzing risk in capital budgeting decision. It is given a name as scenario analysis. Let us have understanding that using scenario analysis, how we can conduct the sensitivity and how we can incorporate the risk in capital budgeting decision, how we can measure the risk in capital budgeting decision. That is what we are going to understand. Now listen carefully, friends. Basically, friends, what happens that in case of the sensitivity analysis, we make an assumption that all cash flows are independent. All variables are independent. Means once there is a change in one variable, then there is a change in only that variable. All other variables are going to remain same. So if at all the selling price reduces, then only selling price reduces. Nothing else happens. That is the kind of assumption that we make. But practically it is not correct. Why? We understand that, listen carefully, we understand that if at all there is a reduction in the selling price, then there are fair chances that the sales quantity will increase. If at all there is an increase in the variable cost, we have improved the quality of the product, then in that case, we would be able to increase the selling price, or there can be an increase in the sales quantity. If at all we have incurred more advertisement expenses, there is an increase in the fixed cost, then there are fair chances that again you would be having the increase in the, we understand, sales quantity. What I want to tell you is that all these variables are interconnected. They are not independent. So we understand that over here, sensitivity analysis having that important limitation. To overcome that limitation, we have scenario analysis. In case of scenario analysis, what do? We take into account all changes together. We take into account over here that certain specific situations, and for that we compute the NPV. So what will happen over here? We understand that worst case, in that you compute NPV. Most likely case, you compute NPV. Best case, you compute NPV. For three different situations, you compute NPV. That is what you are doing. The matter does not end over here. The question provides over here that if XYZ Limited is certain about most likely result but uncertain about the third year cash flow. So taking into account, listen carefully, first year and second year most likely and third year worst cash flow, again we have to compute NPV. This is the way the NPV will be calculated in different situations. This is what we are required to do. I request all of you to write an answer along with me. First point, in case of sensitivity analysis, comma, we make an assumption that all variables are independent. Full stop. There is only one change at one point of time. Second point, actually, all variables are interdependent. Full stop. With change in one variable, comma, there are fair chances, comma, that other variables can change. Full stop. For example, due to reduction in selling price, comma, sales quantity, sales quantity may increase. Full stop. Due to increase in fixed cost, sales quantity may increase. Full stop. Third point, in scenario analysis, comma, we compute NPV for different situations, comma, for each situation separate NPV is found. Full stop. I request you to write down answer along with me. Calculation of NPV in each scenario. In that write down, column number 1 is year, first year, second year, third year, present value factor at the rate of 9%. 1 divided by 1.09, 0.9174, 8417, 7722. Next is worst circumstances. In that, cash flows and present value cash flows. In worst circumstances, cash flows are 4,50,000 for year 1, 4 lakhs for the second year, and 7 lakhs for the third year. These cash flows will be discounted in present value term using the given factor. So 4,50,000 into 0.9174, 4,12,830. 8417 into 4 lakhs, 3,36,680. 7722 into 7 lakhs, 5,40,540. This is in case of worst. Similarly, we will do for most likely. In that, cash flows present value cash flow. So 550, 450 and 8 lakhs. Again, these cash flows will be discounted. 9174 into 5,50,000. 8417 into 4,50,000. 7722 into 8 lakhs. So total of this three is present value of cash inflow. 15,01,095 minus investment is 14 lakhs. One lakh 1,095. In case of worse circumstances, $12,90,000 minus investment. That will give NPV. That is in case of the worst, most likely. Next is the best case. Cash flows are 6,50,000 for the first year, 5 lakhs for second year, 9 lakhs for third year. So 9174 into 6 lakh 50,000. 5 lakhs into 0.84717. 9 lakhs. 6,94,980. 17,12,140. Investment 14 lakhs. NPV is 3,12,140. That is the way the NPV can be found for each scenario. So friends, for the purpose of NPV calculation, what we will do in each of the scenario, whatever the cash flows that say we are going to receive will be discounted in present value term, and with that NPV is found. The question further says that if XYZ Limited is certain about the most likely result but uncertain about the third year cash flow, what will be NPV expecting worst scenario in the third year? So what will happen as far as the first year and second year is concerned? We have the expected cash flow equal to the most likely, and for the third year it is the worst outcome. Based on that, say the specific situation, NPV is supposed to be calculated. Please write down answer. Calculation of NPV considering most likely result in year 1, 2 and worst outcome in third year. Please write down answer. First year, second year, third year cash flows. First year 5,50,000, second year 4,50,000, and third year 7 lakhs. Present value factor we already have found it, and based on that, so the present value cash flow. Nine 9174, 8417, 7722. So 5,50,000 into 0.9174, 5,04,570. 4,50,000 into 0.8417, 3,78,765. 7 lakhs into 0.7722, 5,40,540. So 5,04,570 plus 378,765 plus 5,40,540. So present value of the cash inflow is 1,423,875. Amount of investment is 14 lakhs. So difference of both of them is NPV 23,875. That is the way the NPV for this specific situation will be found. So this is the expected NPV, say in that specific situation. So giving a summary for the scenario analysis. Basically we understand that so the scenario analysis is a kind of solution to the sensitivity analysis, which makes an assumption that say all the factors are independent. Actually all the factors are not independent. All the factors are having some relationship with one another. So taking into account that's a specific situation, that is worst outcome, most likely outcome, best outcome, we compute the NPV say in these specific situations. That is what we understand. So NPV is calculated for each of the situation, and then a specific situation is given wherein first and second year it is the most likely result, and for the third year it is the worst outcome, and for that NPV is supposed to be found.